According to Politico, this weekend, the SALT Republicans, they're a group of House Republicans representing high-tax states, will be at Mar-a-Lago with the president-elect. Those Republicans are demanding an increase in the federal deduction for state and local taxes. The House Freedom Caucus will also be joining the SALT Republicans this weekend at Mar-a-Lago, as well as various House committee chairs. Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan, joins me. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Greta. Good to be with you. Happy New Year.
Nice to be. Happy New Year indeed. Not so happy out in California tonight, but happy at least for some of us. All right. Let me ask you, Chairman of
that's terrible.
You're Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. Is there something you really want to sink your teeth into now as the new Congress starts? What topic?
Well, I think the big win was on the censorship. We spent a lot of time last Congress on stopping the censorship and government pressuring companies to say things, do things, stop saying things, stop tweeting things, stop posting things. I think we've had real impact there. This organization, GARM, is no longer in an operation. Of course, we had the letter from Mr. Zuckerberg back several months ago where he sent me a letter and said, the Biden administration pressured us to censor. We did it. We're sorry, and we won't do it again. And of course, we had his announcement this week, which I thought was big news. So there'll be some continued work there, particularly what's happening in Europe. And then I think we have some oversight work to do still, looking back at what happened, these 26 confidential human sources who were here at the Capitol, 17 in restricted space, 4 came in the Capitol. 2 of those who came in the Capitol were tasked to be here by our FBI. I think there's lots of questions we still have about that. And then, of course, we have the David Weiss special counsel investigation that we need to look into. So there's that work. But maybe, most important is securing the border. And that, I'm sure, will be a subject that we talk about this weekend with President Trump, because that's going to be part of the reconciliation package. And that was the issue that was front and center that the American people voted us into office to address, was securing our southern border.
Is there anything that could be done? Maybe you don't agree with me on this, but the Attorney General, he'll be gone in, about 12 days. I have to redo the math. That there was a report today that he intends to release the special counsel report on President-elect Trump, which the report is just one-sided, cherry-picked everything favorable to the special prosecutor. There's no way the President-elect Trump really can defend against it. He's going to be too busy being president. But that report, the Attorney General, in a typical prosecution, it would never come out. And so now it's likely to be released.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is wrong. I think Judge Cannon had it right. She said, don't release this report. It's being appealed. That her decision to say, no, don't release it. Now, what Merrick Garland has said today, he wants to release the portion of Jack Smith's work that dealt with January 6th in the Washington, D.C. court, and not release the portion that Judge Cannon had jurisdiction over, which was the classified documents part of his special counsel work down in Miami. I think she had it right when she said, no, stop it all, because this guy was appointed in a fashion that wasn't consistent with our Constitution, i.e. he wasn't confirmed by the United States Senate. So, and therefore should not be allowed to be a special counsel, special prosecutor.
But,
so I think she's got it right, but that's, Judge, I was just going to say the Attorney General is going to release one of them.
But what's a little even more offensive about that? You're talking about just the D.C. case. In October, Judge Chutkan here in D.C. released about 165 pages of special counsel. So it's already been released, in essence, a lot of it. So this is just sort of to pile on and not be fair. It really is sort of abuse the system. So I don't understand this Attorney General for so many reasons, but this to me it's so unfair.
Yeah, I agree. This has all been about politics. Of course, there was this story a few days ago where I think in the Washington Post where Biden said he was disappointed that Merrick Garland didn't act quick enough and strong enough. Maybe this is an effort to address that story that was in the Washington Post. I don't know, but it doesn't change the fact that it's wrong. This has all been done for political reasons, whether it's Alvin Bragg, whether it's Fani Willis in Georgia, or Jack Smith.
All right, I'm going to take the last word on this, but he did not release the audio tape of President Biden when he spoke to the investigators. So it's sort of interesting is that he wants to release this about Trump, but he certainly didn't want to release that audio tape. So anyway, Chairman Jim Jordan,
That
thank you,
audio
sir.
tape that we tried to get.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.